I can guarantee you that Donald Trump and his administration do not want you to see the clip on your screen right now, which is exactly why I'm going to play it and we're going to talk about it. Yesterday at the White House, at this meeting of a bunch of different tech leaders, Mark Zuckerberg and Donald Trump got caught on a hot mic, essentially admitting that the economic numbers that Trump brags about are totally fabricated, that he just makes them up, pulls them out of thin air, and runs with them. Mark Zuckerberg said to Trump, we're going to be investing over $600 billion in the US by 2028, and then later admitted on this hot mic that that number isn't actually real, and he kind of just made it up on the spot to please Donald Trump. Now, I want to show you this clip of Mark Zuckerberg admitting this to Trump. But before I do so, I can't go forward without pointing out this awful jobs report that we got earlier today. You might have seen it by now, but for the month of August, only 22,000. You heard that number right. 22,000 jobs were added. A bunch of full-time jobs were taken away. A bunch of part-time jobs were added. Either Americans are getting a second job or people can only find part-time employment to fulfill what they're looking for. The unemployment rate also went up. It's a 4-year high, and revisions in June led to the month being corrected to negative 13,000 jobs. That's the first time we've seen negative jobs since 2020 during COVID. And I want to show you this clip of Fox News running through the numbers, which completely debunks Donald Trump's claim that the economy is great, that we're in the golden age. And of course, we always love watching Fox News report on bad numbers for their cult leader. So take a look.
Expected to see job creation of 75,000 last month. Instead, just 22,000 jobs were added to non-farm payrolls. The unemployment rate ticked up 0.1%. That was expected to a 4.3% number. That is a 4-year high. Kind of took a minute for the markets to realize bad news might just be bad news. Take a look at the intraday picture here. The price action shows that the job number, which came out, by the way, before the opening bell, so already people were getting nervous. But after the bell, the Dow shot up about 148 points to a record. And then right around 10:12 a.m. Eastern time, investors dug a bit deeper into the numbers and saw things they clearly did not like. I mean, the S&P's first bite at the number also went down smoothly. S&P popped to an intraday record. Any gain would mark the second record in a row and the 22nd of this year. But right now, it is completely reversed, down 31 points. The Nasdaq needs 6 points to notch a new record. It was there earlier, not now, down 52. If the market had a psychiatrist, the good doctor would probably say that investors' knee-jerk response was to see the dismal job creation print as solidifying an interest rate cut at the upcoming September Federal Reserve meeting, and they have wanted that. But then the reality of the weak numbers slammed into their cortex. Enter the flight to safety. At 5 a.m., gold traded at $3,603 a troy ounce. But then investors piled in after the release, moderated a bit, but then right around the same time that equities began losing their mojo, gold spiked to a record $3,655. In the aftermarket, we're at $3,648.
Yeah, so those are a lot of numbers at once, but you can see that the folks on Wall Street, a lot of investors, not only at home but also abroad, are looking at the United States and they're looking at our economy right now, and they're not happy. These numbers and this jobs report are not just like sort of bad and something that we can recover from. They are devastating. People can't find jobs. You ask any college graduate right now in a bunch of fields which are typically seen as reliable, they can't get jobs. They cannot find employment. Wages are stagnating. The data is clear. Inflation continues to go up because of Donald Trump and his tariffs, because he continues to arbitrarily throw tariffs on this country, that country, random islands with a population of 0. It makes no sense. And so Donald Trump can parade around these fake numbers all he wants and have all these tech leaders come to the White House and suck up to him, but it doesn't change the facts. It doesn't change facts like this. 42,000 manufacturing jobs have been lost since Donald Trump announced Liberation Day. Remember when he announced all those tariffs at once and said, the economy is going to come roaring back, America's back, we're the best ever? I think the folks who work in manufacturing in the United States might have something to say about that. I think investors might have something to say about that. Gen Z, like myself, cannot tell you how many friends I have who cannot find work right now, and they're no dummies. There are people who work their butts off in college, have either their college degree in their desired field, a graduate degree in their desired field. They can't find jobs, and I'm listening to. I'm feel terrible for these folks. I'm listening to them, and it's just a widespread thing. This is not just in some pockets, in some cities, it's across the country. And these numbers are really, really stunning. And I want to show you some reactions to these economic numbers, again, before we just dive into this clip of Zuckerberg and Trump. This one I thought was especially funny, which is from the Governor Newsom press office account. It says, "Winter is coming for America's economy. Great work, Donald." And they, of course, have this AI image of Trump. They're continuing their trolling of Donald Trump. Here's another one from Fred Gutenberg. He said the economy is so bad that Dump was actually trying to redirect to Epstein today. With that, just a reminder that less than a year ago, Joe Biden left an economy in great shape. Trump effed up America and, of course, released the Epstein files. And let's just be clear about that. Donald Trump has in record time destroyed the American economy, whether it be ruining relationships with trade partners, ruining domestic industry, raising prices, losing jobs. You can look at any indicator and Trump has ruined it. When Joe Biden left office, we were creating hundreds of thousands of jobs per month. You can look at the data on the Bureau of Labor Statistics. You can look at it all. Fantastic job creation. Inflation was going down. America was back. Then Trump came in and ruined it all. I mean, every single day, I realize how ungrateful so many in the United States were for Joe Biden's presidency. The final one I want to show you is Spencer Hakimian, who said he single-handedly collapsed a thriving economy with deranged tariffs, and now he's going to have all of his cult boys running around and blaming it on Jerome Powell. Pathetic, which is exactly the play from Donald Trump. He's going to blame it on everybody but him. The Trump tactic. Now, let's listen to Mark Zuckerberg admit that he makes up numbers to help Donald Trump, and of course, Trump laughs, and he's receptive to this because, the economy's not great. He knows he has to make up numbers to even convince his cult that he's doing well. Take a look.
How much are you spending, would you say, over the next few years?
Oh, gosh. I think it's probably going to be something like, I don't know, at least $600 billion through 28 in the U.S. Yeah.
It's a lot.
No, it's significant.
That's a lot. Thank you, Mark. It's great to have you.
Sorry, I wasn't ready to do our for announcement.
He said I
wasn't sure what number you wanted to go with.
Yeah, it was a little hard to hear, but the text is there, and you can see it on your screen. We'll go over it. "I'm sorry, I wasn't ready to do our," and then it's inaudible. I believe he said, "sorry to do our announcement," or something along those lines, and then said, "I wasn't sure what number you wanted to go with." How stunning is that? That we have these major tech billionaires just in the pocket of Donald Trump. They'll go to the White House, kiss his feet, and make up numbers, all at the expense of the American people, just so the dictator wannabe can get his little press release and say, well, Mark Zuckerberg said we're investing this much money, so we're doing great. It's all fake. It's all fake. Wall Street is calling BS on this economy. They're seeing the bad numbers, and Donald Trump can have all these people gather around him and kiss his feet. It doesn't change the facts. So this hot mic clip is stunning, and I think it asks, or I should say, it raises more questions about who else around Donald Trump, these billionaires, these tech guys, are making up numbers and investment numbers just to please him. Who else is doing it? I don't know. Anyway, look, I just had to play this clip for you. I think it's so stunning and such an indictment of the country we're currently living in under Donald Trump, but I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe down below. It goes an incredibly long way. Drop a like on the video, comment, let me know what you think about everything. And as I always say, I greatly appreciate you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.